She took my gifts while hiding her affairs. My plan turned her world upside down. My name's Daniel, and this is my story. I'm a 45-year-old entrepreneur from Miami, Florida, who turned a tech startup into a multi-million-dollar empire. For a decade, I've lived in a sprawling beachfront mansion, my life a mix of ambition and luxury. 3 years ago, I married Sophia, a dazzling 38-year-old socialite whose charm swept me away. I thought she was my soulmate, showering her with diamonds, designer handbags, and a new sports car annually, convinced it would secure her love. At first, she reveled in the gifts, flaunting them at galas and flooding social media with photos. But her habits changed. She began arriving home at dawn, reeking of champagne and unfamiliar cologne, mumbling about late work events or girls' nights. I brushed it off as her lively spirit, too smitten to question her. One night, I waited up, watching her stagger in at 3 a.m., her dress disheveled, her excuses flimsy. A gnawing doubt grew, but I suppressed it, trusting her radiant smile. It was a stranger's watch under our bed that sparked suspicion. Shaken, I hired a private detective, Rachel, the next day, my hands unsteady as I paid her. 2 weeks later, her report hit like a thunderclap. Sophia was cheating with a nightclub owner, meeting him at exclusive parties while I toiled. The betrayal cut deep, but I resolved to gather more proof and craft my revenge. How did I dig deeper? Stay tuned. The detective's findings were a gut punch. Sophia had been entangled with this nightclub owner Marcus for months, their rendezvous documented in photos, dancing closely at private events, sharing intimate dinners at hidden spots. Rachel's report detailed text messages where Sophia mocked my generosity, plotting to drain my accounts once she tired of me. I sat in my office, the ocean view mocking my turmoil, staring at the evidence as anger simmered. She'd taken my gifts, $50,000 in jewelry, a $120,000 car, while laughing behind my back. I hired a second investigator, Tom, to trace her finances, uncovering $30,000 funneled to Marcus for investments. My trust shattered, replaced by a cold resolve. I installed a hidden camera in our bedroom, catching Sophia bragging to a friend about her sugar daddy plan. The footage showed her discarding my gifts for cheaper trinkets from Marcus. I felt sick, but a plan began to form. I contacted my lawyer, Emily, outlining a strategy to protect my assets. For months, I played the oblivious husband, enduring her late nights, each one fueling my determination. They thought me a fool, but I was biding my time. What was my next step? Keep watching. The breaking point came after 6 months of silent suffering. Sophia's behavior grew bolder, arriving home with hickeys, dismissing my questions with a sneer. The bedroom camera captured her plotting with Marcus to push me out financially, hinting at a divorce trap. I watched, my heart hardening, as she flaunted a new necklace I hadn't bought. I called Emily, my voice steady despite the rage. "Sell everything," I instructed. She began liquidating my assets, stocks, properties, the yacht, totaling $8 million, transferring it to an offshore account she'd set up. Tom's latest report revealed Marcus had a criminal past, including a fraud charge, giving me leverage. I hired a locksmith to change the mansion's locks, preparing my exit. One night, I overheard Sophia on the phone laughing about dumping me soon. That was it. I decided to leave, but not before striking back. I packed a bag, contacted my mother, Clara, and planned our escape. For weeks, I feigned normalcy, buying time as Emily finalized the sales. Sophia's arrogance blinded her. She had no idea what was coming. How did I execute my revenge? Stay tuned. The day arrived in July 2025, a humid Miami morning. I'd sold my last property, my fortune now secure in the offshore account. Emily prepared the divorce papers, citing irreconcilable differences to avoid a fight. I waited until Sophia left for a party, her laughter echoing as she drove off. With Clara's help, I moved my essentials to a rented beach house 2 hours away, leaving the mansion eerily empty. On the dining table, I placed the divorce papers, a single note reading, "You took my love, now take this." The camera footage and financial records were mailed to Marcus's nightclub investors, exposing his fraud. I watched from afar as Sophia returned at dawn, stumbling into the silent house. Her scream pierced the air when she found the papers, the bare walls a testament to her loss. News spread fast. Marcus's business faced lawsuits, his reputation tanking. Sophia called hysterical, but I blocked her. Clara and I settled into our new life, my revenge unfolding as she realized her riches were gone. Was that the end? Not entirely. The fallout was swift and brutal. Sophia's social media imploded, friends unfollowed her, labeling her a gold digger, while her party invites dried up. Marcus's nightclub chain crumbled under investor pullouts, his fraud scandal dominating headlines. The divorce was finalized in August 2025 with no assets to claim. Sophia was left with nothing but her tarnished name. I lived quietly with Clara, our beach house a sanctuary, my $8 million safe. I started a small online business selling tech gadgets, rebuilding on my terms. Sophia's calls turned to threats, then pleas, but I ignored them, finding peace in my new routine. Therapy helped me process the betrayal, though the sting lingered. One day, I learned Sophia's mother, Linda, had disowned her, blaming her greed. Linda reached out, offering support, and we bonded over our shared loss. I forgave Sophia inwardly, not for her, but for my healing. Yet a final twist brewed. I wasn't done securing my freedom. What was my last move? It's coming. In September 2025, I discovered Sophia had tried to sue me for emotional distress using a lawyer friend. I countersued with the camera footage, proving her infidelity and financial manipulation. The court ruled in my favor, ordering her to pay $50,000 in legal fees she couldn't afford. Bankrupt and alone, she moved into a rundown apartment, her lavish life gone. I used my business profits to fund a charity, New Beginnings, aiding betrayal victims, launching it with a small event on November 1st, 2025. Clara and Linda joined me, a new family forming. My story leaked to a local blog, gaining traction, and I shared it anonymously, inspiring others. At 45, I stood taller, my scars a badge of survival. Sophia thought my gifts would bind her to wealth, but my revenge, selling everything, escaping with Clara, left her with nothing. What would you do? Share below.